guys, so today I wanted to do a video reviewing the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I heard this is very similar to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, so I thought if I gave this one a try, I might love this one just as much as I love the Giorgio Armani one. So I just wanted to point out that I am in love with the lip color I chose to use today. This is the Lime Crime Velveteen in Cashmere. It's a lip stick, but not really. It basically goes on like a gloss does, but it dries very matte, and I absolutely love it. The coverage is like very pigmented. It's very easy to use. It smells like cupcakes, let me tell you. This thing is like, oh my gosh, I could smell this all day. It dries so matte. I've never used anything more matte than this, so I can't express how much I love this. This is like gonna be my go-to. I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of the colors from Lime Crime, so just stay tuned for that one. So back to my review on the NARS Sheer Glow. I heard that this is very good for people with dry skin, so I'm not sure how it will be for oily to combination skin, but I'll go ahead and prime my face and get the foundation on. So as always, I'm using my Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer and my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. This one doesn't have a pump either, like the Estee Lauder foundation that I reviewed, so I'm just going to pour some out onto my hand for the brush portion. This one definitely doesn't feel as runny as the Giorgio Armani foundation, but the consistency is still very nice. Okay, so I'm going to be using a stippling brush, and I will be spraying my MAC Fix Plus on the brush before I use it to apply the foundation. Okay, so I have the first half of my face done, and I feel like the consistency is very, very nice with this foundation. I definitely do like the coverage. I feel like it is definitely medium coverage, so it's not as sheer as the Giorgio Armani, but it does cover my face very well, and I feel like it still looks very natural for being a medium coverage. So it's not necessarily a matte finish. It is definitely a silkier, smoother, more hydrated finish. Okay, now to see how it applies with the Beauty Blender. So I'm going to take my damp Beauty Blender and just take the rest that I have on my hand and start applying it on my face. This is very hard to get out of the bottle. I think it's because it's such a thick consistency. It's really hard for me to get it to come out. So I definitely feel like I was able to distribute the color better with the Beauty Blender than I could with the stippling brush. Not saying that the stippling brush didn't do a good job. I feel like it blended out a lot better than it normally does with a brush. My foundation did, but there's just certain areas I wasn't able to reach as well with the stippling brush, whereas the Beauty Blender, it's a lot easier to apply your foundation and get in the little areas that you're trying to blend the foundation into. Like, I like to put foundation on my eyelids, so it's hard to do that with a brush. Altogether, I really do love the consistency and coverage of the foundation. I haven't decided whether or not I like it more than the Giorgio Armani. I definitely like it more than the Estee Lauder one, so this one is definitely going to trump that one as far as fuller coverage. But like I said earlier, this foundation has definitely more of a dewy feel to it than a matte finish, so this foundation would definitely do better if you set it with a powder if you have oily skin, whereas like people who have combination or dry skin might not need that. I definitely put a finishing spray on my makeup whenever I put it on, so I feel like that's going to make the foundation hold up. But if you have oily skin and you use the Sheer Glow foundation, you might want to use a powder to set everything in place. Okay, so as usual, I am going to come back later and tell you guys how the foundation held up throughout the day. So hopefully this one lasts as long as my Giorgio Armani, and who knows, maybe that one will be my new holy grail. Alright, so it is 10:52, so it's been about 8 hours since I put on the foundation, and I absolutely love it so far. I mean, it hasn't worn off at all. I feel like it hasn't settled into my fine lines. It hasn't smeared anywhere, and definitely has held up very well. The coverage is so nice. I feel like it's a perfect in-between between a natural, very natural foundation and more of a full coverage foundation, so it's the perfect median. And I feel like this is definitely something that I would wear every day, just because it gives enough coverage, but not too much. So I definitely do recommend this foundation, especially to anyone who has oily skin and is looking for a foundation that has a dewier, natural looking glow to it. So I believe that this is definitely my favorite foundation so far, even though the Giorgio Armani will probably be my favorite for the most part during the summer, since it does have that natural look to it. But this NARS Sheer Glow is absolutely amazing, and I feel like it's definitely worth it completely. And they have a really wide selection of shades, so it's not hard to find the one that's going to match you best. I am personally in the shade Punjab, which is medium 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any other questions about the foundation or about the Lime Crime lip wear that I'm wearing today, just feel free to comment down below. Thanks guys. Bye.